PK in the universe, and I'm back again. And today I want to talk about this Evercade Game of the Month. It's been a bit. We've had a few games so far. We've had Tapeworm Disco Puzzle, which personally has been my favorite so far. Then we had Nessie the NES robot. Then we had Recnum Soul's Adventure. Then we had the Cowlix games. That was probably my least favorite one so far. And then we have Aguna 2, which I think is a huge improvement over the first Aguna game that's on Indie Heroes 1. And I really enjoyed that one of what I've played. So those are what we've had so far. A while back, I made a video about the Evercade Game of the Month when it was first announced. And I was like, is this good? Is this a good thing? And then Crazy Burger recently made one about has this been a success? So I thought, yeah, let's revisit this topic. Why not? I mean, what do we got to lose, right? It's kind of interesting. I feel like when it was first announced, I was pretty excited. You know, a lot of exciting unknowns. But so far, yeah, it's been kind of disappointing, honestly. It's been underwhelming. I don't think it's been bad, but it's been like super low, middle of the road. That's the best way I could describe it. I think it's, on one hand, it's cool to get a free game every month if you're an Evercade VS owner. But on the other hand, it can kind of spoil it. And that's something that was talked about in Crazy Burger's video. Yeah, some people are not going to buy Indie Heroes 2 now, probably because they just weren't impressed with the games that they played. So this could dissuade some people, but it also could sway people who maybe weren't considering it and then played the free game and are like, oh yeah, I have to have that one game, you know? Because sometimes that's how Evercade is. There'll be like 1 or 2 or 3 games people have to have, and they're just like, you know, I'll buy the whole cartridge because it's worth the value for those specific games. So, but yeah, I think, it's been okay. And somebody, I think, I can't remember if he brought that up or somebody in his comments section, I don't remember, suggested that, I think he brought it up, was the fact that, demos. Yeah, what if these had been demos instead of in a full-on game, honestly? What if this had been like 1 level of a game or 2 levels or something like that? And I think that would have made this a lot better, honestly. And one of the critiques I had when Evercade Game of the Month was first announced is that it would be only for Evercade VS owners. So the handheld Evercade people got left out in the cold, which I personally did not like, because a lot of the people who were handheld only Evercade owners happen to also be early adopters. So that just rubbed me the wrong way. And some people came at me, you know, a lot of gatekeeping and stuff. People like, well, they should just go buy an Evercade VS. I'm like, well, what if they don't like console gaming and just only like handheld gaming? And it's like, well, anybody who's a real Evercade fan would buy the Evercade VS. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I think Blaze should just make a better handheld. And that's exactly what they did. They're actually, you know, of course, Blaze is making the Evercade EXP, which is pretty exciting for especially those hardcore Evercade handheld people and people who really love arcades because it's got the tape mode, which is pretty freaking cool. So yeah, if they had done demos instead of a full game, I think it would have spoiled it for a lot less people, and the handheld people might have had an opportunity. Maybe not. Maybe there's still not enough memory. I don't know, for just a little demo, but overall, yeah, would I say that I'm happy with the Evercade Game of the Month? It's just really, middle of the road, honestly. And some people are like, well, you should be grateful to get free games. It's like, but they're not free. They eventually disappear. That's nonsense. Those are not free by any stretch of the imagination. It's allowing you to try out something. It's literally letting you borrow a game. That's what it is. It's cool to try these games, and some of them are available to try other places, which is something I've talked about in past videos too, like Tapeworm Disco Puzzle. I remember I was playing that on Ant's stream as well, and yeah, I actually like playing on Evercade better, honestly. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just my monitor, but it looked, I feel like it looked great on Evercade, and I still think that's a game that's worth getting the Indie Heroes collection. If there's at least, 2 more games that I really like, then I think it's still very much worth getting. And that's the thing about Evercade, is the value comes from having at least 2 or 3 games on one cart that you feel are just worth playing. So overall, do I think Indie Heroes 2 Game of the Month, or whatever you want to call this, is a success? And I'm like, I don't know. Anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? What is the game on the Evercade Game of the Month that you have enjoyed the most? Comment below. Love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks. Bye.